Hello, my name is Robert, and in this episode I want to talk about the habit of journaling. So in the video I want to outline the benefits that I got out of the habit of journaling and tell you what it could bring for you. I want to cover different types and ways of journaling, their purposes, so at the end of the video you can decide for yourself if and what you want to implement for yourself. That said, I would say let's dive into it. To start with, I actually like to pose the question, what is journaling? I asked our friend Anke Google for that and found, among other things, in practice, journaling is whatever you want it to be. Period. So true. And I do believe it's important to highlight that there's no right or wrong or the way of journaling, but it's just about what fits the best to you as a person. For myself, journaling means that I write down what's on my mind. I write down how I feel, or I write down my insights or striking moments, or I write down ideas so I can literally see them on paper, or I just write down things to get it off my chest, to get it out of my system, to make space for something new. How I got into the habit of journaling was actually because I read that a lot of successful people do journaling as a habit. And then I thought to myself, well, if they successful people doing it, I should do it too. And depending on the person, I guess, but I read different things from some people use it to just write down how they feel. Some people use it to write down ideas that they have and do a lot of brainstorming. Other people use it to remind themselves of their goals and outline what they're gonna do today, step by step, to reach that goal. Additionally, if you do some research, you can find scientific studies on the positive effect of journaling. There is, for example, James Pennebaker and his book Writing to Heal, where he outlines writing about emotional upsets for just 15 to 20 minutes a day for 4 days in a row can decrease anxiety, depressive symptoms, and boost our immune systems. Just by writing. That's amazing. Now, let's look into some types of journaling. The first one I do is a daily journal. As the name says, I do this one every day for around 5 minutes in the morning. If there's more to write, I take longer time, of course. And it's just about writing, how do I feel right now? What is on my mind? Maybe what happened yesterday that was striking, or what I would like to see happening today. Added on that, another daily thing is a gratitude journal. At the end of the day, I go mentally through my day and then write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. Both journals, the daily and gratitude, can be combined or switched. That's up to the author. But I found, especially with the gratitude journal, there are a lot of positive studies on becoming aware of what you're grateful for, how it benefits your health. That is a very useful practice at the end of the day to go into a good night's sleep. Another type of journal is a weekly journal. So at the end of the week, usually on Sunday, I sit down at one point with a cup of tea, some nice music, and go through my notes from the past daily journals and check my calendar to see what has happened this week. And I go into this reflection process to write down my feelings about the week and some learnings that I had. So I can start with a fresh mind into the next one. Another journal that you can do is a monthly journal. At the end of the month, I sit down and go through my weekly journals. and my calendar to get an overview of what has happened in the past weeks. And then I go again in this reflection process to write down how I feel about it, to write down my insights and learnings that I had, to write down achievements that I had, and note people who influenced me in this month. And for me, this is a beautiful summary for a month to keep track on my learnings throughout the year. And then at the end of the year, it's also way easier for me to make a year reflection because I have this monthly journal as a sort of reflection. Although, of course, you can start one journal independently from the other journal. So if you want to keep track of how you feel, of what is happening in your life, of your learnings and insights, or you just want to write down ideas, simply do it. Either take one of the types that I mentioned here, or you can come up with your own. Take out your notebook and a pen and just go for it. In case you ever feel stuck in your writing, maybe remember this story that I heard from Hemingway. Apparently, whenever he was stuck in his writing, he just would write down one true sentence, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, until he was in a flow of writing. Just start with one true sentence and then see where it goes. I hope you enjoyed this video about the habit of journaling. If you did so, please give us a thumb or subscribe for our channel, or let us know your comments by writing them down. Have a nice day. See you soon.